Good evening. So I have been getting a lot of messages where people were asking me, do you sell cold pressed castor oil? And I often tell them I don't, and there's a very good reason why I don't. You see, the castor plant is one of the most hazardous plants on earth. It contains ricin, which is a neurotoxin, okay, and it is very poisonous and can kill. Even the people that work in farms where they harvest castor beans, they tend to fall sick. They tend to end up with ricin poisoning. Many of them are usually sickly. Of course, the people that own the farms might not inform them of the risks that their jobs entail, but there are risks. Now, to make cold pressed castor oil is hazardous. To bring castor seeds into your house is also hazardous. People, and I still don't understand why they do this, and I will tell you more about this. Some people sell the seeds as contraceptives. The seeds of the castor plant and the leaves contain ricin. They are poisonous. The seed coats, that is what coats the seed, contains a lot of ricin and is poisonous. So when they tell people swallow it for contraception, I wonder where they get these ideas from. Because what if there is a scratch on the surface of the seed coat and the woman swallows it? What happens? She could die. I have a client who told me that when she was looking for natural contraceptives, she swallowed the castor seed, and it has rendered her infertile up to today. She has not been able to get pregnant. Now, it's not everybody this happens with too, because sometimes when I say something, some people will say, oh no, that didn't happen to me, I used it. Yes, there are individual differences. That's why you will see somebody that could smoke cigarettes and live to the age of 100, whereas you see somebody that starts smoking within 6 months develops lung cancer. There are individual differences. But what I'm trying to point out is that for something that is so poisonous, it shouldn't be ingested. Now, for the people that are coming to ask me for cold pressed castor oil, this is the reason. It is a very dangerous plant to work with. If I put castor seed in my oil press, I can never be able to use it to press other things. Why? Because the ricin from the seed will contaminate it. That's one. Two, when you are pressing oil, for those of you who do oils like I do, that press oils, like, you know that some sediments from the seeds, some particles from the seed is going to go into the oil. What is your process of separating out those particles, particularly the ones that have ricin? That's for cold pressed castor beans. All right. So what if a little bit of it goes into your oil and people are using it? Some even use it for babies. Very dangerous. Now, for the people that asked me, this is what I told them to do. Go to the pharmacy store and buy castor oil from the pharmacy store. There is this brand, this finest cold drawn castor oil BP. BP means British Pharmacopoeia. It is made according to the specifications of British Pharmacopoeia, meaning that it is made in such a way to adhere to the standards of this pharmacopoeia. The British pharmacopoeia is what regulates drugs in Britain, or anything that is used for medicinal purposes. So the fact that it adheres to BP standards means that the ricin content in it will be what? Very low. Therefore, it is safer. But for all those DIYs and all that, you cannot guarantee that. So it's better you don't look for anybody that is doing DIY cold pressed castor oil. No. Go to the pharmacy store and buy this. Because there could be mistakes. Many of the people that are doing these things are not even aware that it is poisonous. How could they? I mean, there are people that are giving it to women to swallow as contraceptives. Are they aware it is poisonous? I don't think so. So you see what I mean? A lot of the things that happen, they will just say, oh, this person went to bed and did not wake up. They never will be able to trace it to anything. Why? Because of ignorance, and they don't know. And many of them don't know any better. So please, as far as castor oil, cold pressed castor oil, I won't even go near. I won't even do hot pressed. Alright, because once I put castor seeds in any machine to press, I'm going to have to dedicate it to castor. And I don't get that many orders for castor oil. As a matter of fact, I avoid it because I know the hazards that are involved in handling it. So let us be careful with things. And for people that do DIY stuff, please do your research well before you dabble into it. There are certain DIYs you could do and you could get people into trouble. Alright, and one of them is castor oil. Please. So instead of risking your life or your health, just go to the pharmacy and buy the one that has been tested and everything. It adheres to standards that it's supposed to adhere to. Please. And then in case anybody is going to ask me any questions, what is ricin and all that? Ricin, R-I-C-I-N. R-I-C-I-N. Go and Google it and read up about it. It's a poison, and it's one of the deadliest poisons in the world.